Alfred Nobel was probably most famous in his time for the development of dynamite.
But he's best known, of course, for his Nobel Prizes, which represent the crowning achievement of scientific, economic, literary, or political achievement.
Alfred Bernhard Nobel was born in Stockholm, Sweden on October 21, 1833. At age 9, he moved to St. Petersburg, where his father, Ludwig Nobel, was manufacturing munitions. In 1857, Nobel began working in his father's factory, creating explosives.
Before Alfred Nobel, for blasting, people used black powder, or what we call gunpowder, which was very unstable, and you could only ignite it with a fuse. You could not control very well when it ignited or the pattern of the explosion that was generated by it.
In 1859, Alfred Nobel moved back to Sweden and established his own munitions factory in 1862. Nobel began researching ways to better detonate the highly unstable and recently discovered liquid nitroglycerin.
Alfred Nobel lost his younger brother Emil in a nitroglycerin explosion in his factory in 1864.
Swedish inventor Alfred Nobel. He's known for inventing dynamite, a breakthrough in chemistry. However, having mostly invented explosives, he worried about how people would remember him. So when he died, he left most of his wealth in a trust to fund what would later be known as the Nobel Prizes. These prizes are a set of annual international awards given for landmark achievements or discoveries made during the preceding year. They are widely regarded as the most prestigious honors in the fields of literature, medicine, physics, chemistry, peace, and economics. A separate committee awards each prize, but the processes are similar. About 3,000 people, usually academics, have the right to nominate candidates. From these, the Nobel committees choose around 300 potential recipients and prepare a report reflecting the advice of experts. The prize-awarding institutions then select the laureates by a majority vote. Each winner receives a gold medal, a diploma, and a sum of money. There is a maximum of 3 laureates per award, except for the Peace Prize, which can be awarded to institutions.
Who is Malala Yousafzai? July 1997. Birthday. Malala Yousafzai was born in the Swat district of Pakistan's northwestern Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province to Ziauddin Yousafzai and his wife Torpekai Yousafzai. She has 2 brothers. January 2000. Family and ethnicity. Yousafzai was raised in an independent-minded, lower-middle-class household, and her father ran a chain of schools. Her family is a Sunni Muslim of Pashtun ethnicity, belonging to the Yousafzai tribe. February 2005. Early life. Malala aspired to be a doctor, though later her father encouraged her to become a politician instead. He allowed her to stay up at night and talk about politics after her 2 brothers had been sent to bed. September 2008. Activism. She started speaking about education rights when she was just 11 years old. For first time, Malala addressed an audience at a local press club in Peshawar and questioned the audacity of the Taliban, an Islamist militant organization, to snatch away her basic right to education. January 2011. Preparing for the world. Yousafzai trained with local girls' empowerment organization, Aware Girls, run by Gulalai Ismail, whose training includes advice on women's rights and empowerment to peacefully oppose radicalization through education. October 2012. Murder attempt. While returning home from school, a Taliban gunman shot Malala in the head. The bullet went through her head and neck and ended up in her shoulder. She survived the attack and received immediate treatment at a hospital in Peshawar and was later transferred to Birmingham, England for further care. January 2013. Support from the world. Her ordeal with the Taliban and her survival led to an outpouring of support from all corners of the world. She started the Malala Fund organization advocating for girls' education the same year to further her cause. March 2014. Getting education. After recovery, Yousafzai was a pupil at the all-girls Edgbaston High School in Birmingham. In August 2017, she was accepted to study philosophy, politics and economics at Lady Margaret Hall, Oxford. October 2014. Symbol of Hope. Malala was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize along with Indian activist Kailash Satyarthi for their struggle against the suppression of children and young people and for the right of all children to education. She became the youngest Nobel laureate.
And now it's my great honor and pleasure to welcome to the stage Nobel Peace Prize laureate and UN Messenger of Peace, Malala Yousafzai.
"7 years ago, I stood on this platform, hoping that the voice of a teenage girl who took a bullet in standing up for her education would be heard. On that day, countries, corporates, civil society, all of us committed to work together to see every child in school by 2030. Yet halfway to that target date, we are facing an education emergency. Let's remind you once again what's happening. In Afghanistan, Taliban have banned girls like Sumaya from their education. In Uganda and Pakistan, droughts and floods are ravaging homes like the ones where Vanessa and I grew up. And conflict and violence in countries like Ethiopia, Ukraine, and other countries are keeping girls like Yelizaveta out of the classroom.
Nice to meet you, and it's such a great honor coming here. And I want to represent you in my book. And
that's really kind of you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much, guys.